Welcome to camp. I'll probably do this as my first video. You might see, I can't quite see what you can see because the microphone's in the way of the monitor. You might see two shelters. If you see two shelters, you're not seeing double. We're doing a shootout video, which I will upload separately once I've done some comparisons and decided that obviously the Supermid wins. I mean, you know, it's a fair contest. But I wanted to bring the Akto and compare it to something comparable like the Supermid. So I spent half an hour or so doing video on Supermid pitching and Akto pitching, very basic videos. So the sun set half an hour ago, so it is going to be dark quite soon. What I've done, we're going to sleep in the Akto tonight. I have cheated I cheated a tiny bit. I've put a few bits in the storage department just to make it a bit easier, in the coffin. I mean, in the Akto. I do like the Akto. I will say I do like the Akto, but obviously we're going to take the piss out of it. So I brought my tripod. Now, obviously, we won't be needing that tonight, so again that can also go in the storage department. I brought a cellar with me. should have bought some wine, shouldn't I? So okay, well, I haven't done anything inside yet. I've literally just been pitching, videoing, feeding Lassie and collected water. So I think I need to be putting a jumper on now because it is starting to cool off. So we'll try and do more video on this, you know, later on. I'm going to catch you soon. I had a very good night sleep last night. I got cold or quite chilly at one point where I had I was wearing 2 merino base layers, 1 fleece, 1 wind shirt and a down jacket and my -5 claimed -5 bag. And my guess is that we had a frost last night, but I was very comfortable in that. I wasn't too hot, I wasn't too cold, although there was one point a few hours ago, I don't know when, because I actually woke up at 11 o'clock this morning. Yeah, really. So there was one point where I was getting a little bit on the cool side. But I just did the zips up a bit more and, you know, did things up a bit more, and that was fine. And then the next thing I knew, I was waking up, I was thinking, oh, I wonder what time it is. It's probably about 9 o'clock or something like that. And I looked at my watch and it was 11 o'clock. And I think I'd fallen asleep about 11 o'clock too, you know, give or take a bit. It was before midnight anyway. I think I needed that. I think I needed that sleep somehow. That's another reason why I'm quite happy just staying in one place, because it's kind of like relaxing for me, which is a bit of a bonus. That's why I kind of sort of think of any other little things that I can do to entertain myself and and the viewers. That's why this time I brought two tents with me, so I can just sort of relax, do something in my own time, and get some sleep and chill out. I've done the Akto video and did a few tests inside, so we're just going to head over to the winner, I mean the challenger. So I've basically just transferred everything from there over to here, and I think I'm going to spend just 10 minutes or so just tidying up here a little bit, because obviously it's just a right mess at the moment. Luckily for us, it's a clear blue sky, no rain, so we got lucky on that. It was cool last night, but not cold. I've got the temperature thingy, so I'll check what the temperature was inside the shelter last night. I'll try and put that down later. Yeah, so this is the Supermid, which obviously you've seen 1,000 times before. I'm back at the same place on Dartmoor, near Hartford. It's about an hour or less from the car. It's still wild and remote. There's still, you know, nothing around at all. And for me, at the moment, particularly with it's getting dark early, it's just very convenient. Actually, I'm not sleeping as much as I'd like to at home at the moment for various reasons, so this is a good chance to catch up with some sleep here. So, and also, as I say, when it gets a bit lighter, then I'll try and do what I was doing a couple of times last year, and you know, collapse camp, go for a walk, and then, you know, put camp back up again. But as it's getting dark, you know, like, you know, it was 4 o'clock and now, you know, about 5, and I'm not waking up until 11 o'clock or something, which I did this morning. You know, by the time I've pitched camp or collapsed camp, and I'd have like 2 hours, and then I got it. So at the moment it's just more convenient to stay in one place, and I'm quite happy relaxing in one place as well, I will say. So I'll probably sort of sprinkle in some walks in the summer on this spare day, and then sprinkle in coming here and doing like comparison videos and little semi videos and things like that. That seems to work quite well. I quite like that idea, and we'll kind of sort of see how things go, you know, moving forward. We've been relatively busy in camp. We're just in the process of filming a video on this food here, which was made by the same chap who made the fusion meals. So we're in the process of boiling water for this. Lass is eating. I filled up my water and I went down to the stream down there. I've done an unboxing video on the Rolex Submariner Green. All of these videos will be uploaded at some point or other. You may notice the Hillyberg is now gone. That's because it's packed away there. That took about 8 minutes to pack away, so we will see how that compares to packing this away tomorrow. Lass is eating. Let's see, we went for a little walk. I wore my boots this time because I knew I'd be around camp a lot, so I didn't really want wet socks if I'm going to be around camp a lot. So I wore my boots. I brought the tripod so that I could film the unboxing of the watch, and that's about it really. But it's taken, I didn't get up until 11 o'clock as I mentioned, so you know, we've been pretty busy on and off during the day. So this water's nearly coming to the boil. Thankfully, whilst it's cold And there's definitely going to be a frost tonight with this clear blue sky. There's definitely going to be a frost. But I've got many layers on here to keep me warm while I'm sitting up, because I knew I'd be filming and that it would be cold. I brought my booties with me because I knew I'd have my feet out, so I wanted to make sure that I had very warm feet. I've put the big rucksack here because of course I've got room for that in this shelter. Okay, my water is just about to boil, so I'm going to get on and do this this meal video. And with the weather being so poor, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to film outside doing the Supermid up or not. If I do, then obviously that's good. If I don't, then when I get home I'll tell you how long it took to put the Supermid away. But it's almost certainly going to be quicker than the... Even if it takes 2 hours to put it away, somehow we'll wangle it that it's quicker than the Akto. Not very nice out there at all today. It's 1:45 and I need to get moving in a minute. There's one small design flaw on the Supermid, and when the wind does a 180, it blows the peak in, and of course when that happens you can get drops of rain getting in. I didn't let that bother me last night. I just ignored it. I'm going back today. But obviously if you were staying out longer, then that could be a problem because you didn't want your stuff getting wet. But again, it's easy enough to rectify. You've got a hanging hook up there. You could always just hang your coat or something like that up there, and that would stop it. I know it's not ideal, but maybe in future versions Ron can put a bit more of a stiffener on the very bottom lip thing. It's actually my fault really, because the wind didn't do a 180. I just completely and utterly forgot which way the wind was blowing, and when I got here on Monday there was no wind. And I had checked the forecast before coming here, and the forecast said the wind was coming from the south on Monday until Monday afternoon when I got here, and swinging around Monday afternoon for the next 4 days from the north. And for some silly reason, I don't know why, I completely and utterly just didn't think about it, and I just had in my mind that the wind was blowing from the south the whole time. So, you know, that was my fault. If I'd have pitched, you know, the other way round, we wouldn't have even had any water coming in. But, you know, that is just one thing. If wind does do a 180 on you, if you pitch it properly in the first place, and wind does a 180 with heavy rain, you could get some water getting in, which is a bit of a pain. But like I said, if you just hang a coat up there, that would just stop it. And hopefully, maybe in the future, Ron can just put some stiffener or something on that lip there, which would, you know, stop it from blowing in or from folding back on itself. And I better get some serious effort in to start shifting, because it takes me an hour or more to get ready. It's going to take it to 2. It's get back to the car when it's dark today. So, like I said, I'm going to start doing some packing away, and it's really quite chilly out. It's not freezing because it's water falling, not snow, but I think it's like 1 or 2 degrees out there with, you know, very cold, wet rain. So I might not be doing much filming outside. So I'll do what I can in here to get things ready to pack away. There's one big advantage of being in here, and that is, of course, apart from the external part, I can pack everything in here in comfort and ease. So even if you've got a couple of drops of rain coming in, you know, the downside of that is I can balance it out by covering myself up with something, putting something up there to protect rain coming in, plus an absolute ton of space. Coming up to 1:45, and finally nearly ready to get walking back to the car. Not quite, but very nearly. So I've left out spare gloves and hats in case something that I'm wearing, you know, gets wet while I'm putting things away. I've just got the camera to go in the camera pouch. It's winter time, so I brought my eggshell type foam mat. It takes up a little bit more room than my very thin matting, but I think for this time of the year, and we'll see what February is like, I don't bring the full length. I just bring, I don't know what you can see that, but I don't bring the full length. I just bring in half a sheet of it, or just over half. So it's enough to cover, you know, the torso. And then it's also handy when you're putting things away, when you put the airbed away and everything's in the pack, which I've put most in the pack now. There's hopefully just enough room on the top of the pack to put the Supermid in. Yeah, so I just like to have that, then I can rest on this and sit on this, you know, when I don't have the airbed, and it just gives some insulation from the ground. The weather looks pretty manky outside, so I'm going to wish you all, you know, a late happy new year, and thanks for watching. Now, just in case I don't get to film outside, so if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share and hit the notification button, because I notice I don't think many people get notified of my videos now. So please do hit that notification button so you you know, so you can see it. Because about a year ago, or a year and a half, I'm sure I've heard that YouTube did something, but about a year ago I was getting 1,000+ views for every video, and now it's averaging about 500. So I just don't think people are getting notified. So I don't think it's because people are fed up with well, they might be fed up with what I'm doing, but I don't think it's that. I just don't think that YouTube are notifying, you know, people, and then they just, you know, and then they're not checking things out. Because all the comments I get and the likes and everything like that, I don't think people are fed up with me. Well, if they are, then that's fine. But like I said, do hit that notification button. I do believe it's important now. Alright, I'm going to finish up here, and then I'm going to catch you all again, if I don't catch you later, hopefully in February. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.